actually gonna dive deeper, even deeper into the projects that you've done. And this time, we're gonna get even more specific with the scenes, the lines, the best ones, the favorites. Let's take a look at the video that came in at number 8. Video play, please. You can see the video? Okay, good. You want us to move it a little bit? Can we maybe move this board a little bit? But you just saw a scene from Goblin, right? Yes. Where you played Chettehi, who is like the heartthrob. More pa daw po, more pa. Ako na lang, okay, ako na lang. Oh, and then, so, is that good? All right. I did not think the fandom could get greater, but here we are. But yes, okay, all right. Back to Goblin. You played Chettehi. Tell us about that scene and how you feel about it coming in at number 8.
예, 저거 찍을 때가 그래도 저 거의 신인에 가까운 때였는데 되게 잠깐 나왔거든요. 근데 이렇게 그 당시에도 그렇고 지금도 좋아해 주셔가지고 너무 감사드리고 예. 예, 감사합니다.
Yes, actually back then I was almost like a newbie when I actually filmed the scene. And though my scene or my content was not pretty long, it was really a hot issue back then. And also now you guys are loving it, so thank you so much.
And then nahiya siya bigla. Ang cute. Okay. Don't get shy now. We have 7 more videos to go. Oh my goodness. Okay, but love that. It was short but impactful. And talagang tumatak siya sa atin, diba? Okay, let's move on to the video that came in at number 7. Let's take a look. How do you feel when you're watching yourself in such a dramatic, emotional scene?
부끄럽습니다.
I'm embarrassed.
I mean, I can imagine, but I mean, wasn't that great acting though? That crying, right? Super emotional. We really felt that. How did you feel having to act out that much emotion?
사실 저런 연기를 할 때는 그 카메라에 어떻게 찍히고 있는지는 신경 쓰면 안 되고 그냥 주어진 상황과 캐릭터만 집중해서 하면 이렇게 되는 것 같아요. 내가 어떻게 나오는지 어떻게 보이는지 별로 중요하지 않은 것 같아요.
I think it is not important of how I'm being taken by the camera. I would not mind about how the camera is filming me, but I will only concentrate on my role and the environment or the atmosphere around me. And if you concentrate it, I think that kind of scene could come out.
Oh, talagang focus, dapat focus. That was a big emotion that you had to portray there, and you did a splendid job. So, but that was number 7. My gosh. Okay, let's look at number 6. Which came in at number 6? Of course, that's a scene from Tune In Manila. Your character's name was Chae-Hyun-woo in this film. What was it? What stands out for you when you look back at this movie or even that scene in particular?
예, 그 2월의 음악 앨범이라는 영화에서 차현우를 연기했던 시기이고요. 저 장면을 찍는 게 사실은 얼마나 어떻게 보면 DP에서 기차 액션 씬 찍었던 이상으로 힘들었던 장면이에요.
Yes, this is actually the movie called Tune In for Love, and I acted as Chae-Hyun-woo. And the running scene actually is quite harder than DP for me because it was quite tough running scene.
Wow, that's a surprising answer. Harder than DP. Really?
왜냐면 저걸 되게 롱 테이크를 찍었고 감독님께서 커트를 안 하셔가지고 계속 달렸던 기억이 있습니다.
Because that was actually a long take, and when I was running, the director did not give the cut sign, so I kept on running.
No, but oh wow, okay, surprising. See, I love these conversations of like behind the scenes stories because these are things we will never find out. Of course, coming in at number 5 is a scene from One Spring Night where you played Yoo Ji-ho. Big fans of One Spring Night? Tell us about this scene. What comes to mind for you when you think of this project, this character, that scene?
예, 이거 잘못을 해서 빌고 있는 장면인데요.
It's a scene where I'm apologizing and kneeling down.
괜찮아요? 이번에 사실 이 영상이 이렇게까지 많이 사랑을 해주실지는 몰랐어요. 근데 좋게 봐주셔가지고 감사합니다.
I did not expect this clip will be this famous, but thank you so much for watching.
Do you think you're close to that character? Like, are you Aegyo? Like, you know how the bakyu Are you also like that in real life? Like, how similar are you? Thank you. Mamaya, nako, may portion tayo. Don't worry about it. But yes. All right. Pretty close. All right. Thank you so much for that. Let's move on to... Oh, did you want to say anything?
머릿속에 I'm very confused.
I'm sorry. We're not confused. We thought it was adorable. So, yeah, no confusion there. Okay. Next scene, please. This is coming in at number 4. Of course, this is DP. And you played Anjuno. I love how, we saw you being all pa-cute and stuff, and then we do a 180 and look at you, talagang lalaki siya. Paano na, guys?
네, 저 사실 그렇게 귀여운 사람이 아닙니다.
I'm not actually a very cute type of
I
guy.
find that hard to believe! I disagree! So are you saying you're closer to Anjuno in real life?
아니요, 저는 귀여운 사람입니다.
I'm actually cute.
I see. We knew that about you. We knew that. It's interesting though that the scene that we took from DP is the opening of the show. Do you have any idea?
이게 인트로 장면인데 대한민국 남성은 군대를 몸이 건강하면 다 가야 되거든요. 근데 저 장면이 보시는 시청자분들, 특히 남성분들이 보시면 뭔가 군대를 갔다 오신 분들이라면 시작부터 공감을 하고 작품에 들어갈 수 있는 그런 오프닝이어서 저한테 되게 뜻깊은 장면입니다.
Yes, the intro. It is because every man in Korea are required to go to the military service, and the audience, especially the male audience, when they were actually watching the show, since they have already discharged from the military, when they actually watched the scene from the intro palang, they were able to feel the scene very well. So the intro was very loved by the Korean audience as well.
Bakit tayo natatawa? Lasal? What? Dia Lasyu? Ano? In any case, okay, so going back to that intro explanation. Sorry guys, it's a little hard to hear you, but I didn't realize that there was a deep meaning into the intro scene pa lang of the show. Kasi nga makaka-relate na yung mga lalaki that have gone to the military service. Okay, alright. I'm gonna look at that with fresh eyes now. Alright. Let's move on to, we're in the top 3 now. Okay? Top 3. Let's look at the scene that came in at number 3. Video please.
괜찮아요?
Everyone's okay?
My only question is, how is that at number 3 only? Oh my god. Okay, so that's a scene from while you were sleeping, where you played Hanuta.
저거 촬영하느라고 제가 일단 하루 종일 아무것도 못 먹었던 기억이 있어요, 촬영 날에.
It makes me remember that to film that scene, I was not able to eat a single thing for the whole day.
How did you prepare for that scene? Was there a lot of preparation, or were you already working out and you were quite ready to do something like that?
대기실에서 푸시업 엄청 많이 하고 갔어요.
I actually did a lot of push-ups in the waiting room.
Well, it paid off, obviously. And all of you who are screaming Sakwan. Okay? Let's move on. Alright. Coming in at number 2. Let's look at this scene. Oh wow. In
비하인드 스토리인데 저 씬을 찍고 나서 제가 엄청 다 끝나고 이제 마지막 촬영이었거든요. 근데 제가 엄청 많이 울었던 기억이 있어요.
This is a behind story about that scene, but it remembers me that after I took the very last scene, because this was the last scene of the drama, I remember that I cried a lot after the scene.
So you were crying after the director said cut, like you were done and you were still crying because you were so immersed in the character, or were you sad that that was the last scene, or?
네, 그런 것도 있고 이제 저 드라마가 공개될 당시에 이제 정말 안타까운 일도 있었고, 그리고 저한테는 정말 소중한 작품인데 이제 끝났다라는 어떤 아쉬움이 컸던 것 같아요.
Yes, that was one of the part as well, but when it was almost the end of the film or the project, there was also very sad news as well. So that kind of also made me made me emotional to the point that it made me to that point.
Yeah, see, yes, because a 10-year career, there's gotta be ups and downs. But I'm sure having your fans behind you, all through those years, gave you a lot of strength as well, right? And here you are doing a fan meeting all the way in the Philippines, right? Guys, come on, let's show them some love, guys. It's okay. We got to this point. We love you anyway. That was number 2. Okay, so before we look at the number 1 scene voted by the Haeiness today, what is your personal top 1 scene?
DP예요.
Oh.
It's a DP.
Okay, alright. Understandable, because you said also it's the most recent one also that's most memorable for you in the moment and all that. We love it too. Alright, I think we all know naman which one is number 1 because we voted. Let's look at that video, please. Hold it. Something in the Rain, where you played Sejong.
예. 우리나라만 그럴 줄 알았는데 그 필리핀 해인이도 똑같네요.
I thought this will be only applicable to the fans in Korea, but I think it's the same way in the Philippines too.
제가 약속은 또 지키니까요. 조금만 기다려주세요.
Because I keep my promises, so please wait for me.
아니, 이거는 지금 5년 된 작품이에요, 여러분.
This project is already for 5 years already.
그럼에도 불구하고 지금도 좋아해 주셔서 감사합니다.
Nevertheless, thank you so much for loving the project.
Why do you think this was such a favorite? Do you have any idea? Because as you said, it's pretty universal. Just as the one who was, playing that character.
글쎄요, 제가 귀여운 사람이라서 그런 것 같습니다.
I think it's because I'm cute.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Someone actually said naman din no, kasi cute siya. Agree naman tayo dun. Alright. Thank you so much. Again, we took a deep dive into your 10-year career. We looked at our favorite